Well, pleasant good evening to you, everyone. It's Bilskie back with you. Welcome back to the Bilskie channel and more of Phillies baseball. The Phillies looking to extend their winning streak to 12 tonight as they venture down to Miami for a three-game set this midweek with the Miami Marlins. Hi, everybody. It's Bilskie back online with you. Thanks for tuning in as you usually do. Looking for this matchup right here. Looking forward to it. As Zach Eflin looking for win number 6. He'll be opposed by Pablo Lopez. We're just going to jump right into it here. Let's see. What are they wearing? Oh, well, they're regulars. I know I'll wear mine. There you see Marlins Park. Looks like it'll be overcast with the roof open. That should be interesting. Hopefully it don't start raining, which it usually does this time of day down in there in Miami. Zach Eflin does get the start, and there is your starting 9. If you recall, if you logged on to the Facebook page, Bilskie's Phillies season, a couple moves were made. We sent Logan Forsythe back down to AAA along with Anthony Swarzak and Nick Pivetta. We brought up I'll just go ahead and show you right fast. We brought up Victor Arano, who is back off the injured list and had really been tearing it up. Really low ERA, as you see. Well, of course, that's MLB ERA, but he was literally tearing it up down in AAA since he came off the injured list. So he is back, as well as 2 players also brought back up. As you see, Josh Harrison there at that 8th spot, and we also brought back up Phil Gosselin. So Phil is back on the bench, but tonight Josh Harrison will get the start at second base as he is back, looking to get some playing time and at his usual position, second base, which is his. I mean, he's a utility player, but he'll be getting the start at second base tonight, and that'll give Scott Kingery a rest. But here's your starting 9. Andrew McCutchen will lead off playing left field. Gene Segura will be the third baseman. He'll be batting second. Bryce Harper, who did homer in his last game on Sunday, getting his 22nd. He'll be batting third. Batting fourth, the big fella Rhys Hoskins will be on first base as usual. JT Realmuto, the catcher, batting fifth. The shortstop, Didi Gregorius, he'll be batting 6th. Roman Quinn, the center fielder, batting 7th. Josh Harrison, as I've already mentioned, batting 8th, playing second base. And batting 9th in pitching, Zach Eflin. As you take a look at the winning streak there, since the Rockies series, the Phils have been tearing it up, looking for win number 12 tonight in as many games. The 50-8 Phils go with McCutchen, Segura, Harper, Hoskins, Realmuto, Gregorius, Quinn, Harrison, and Eflin, your starting 9. There is your starting pitching matchup as Zach Eflin heads to the hill at Marlins Stadium, looking for win number 6 as we take you to Matt Vasgersian and the boys for the call. Gentlemen.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. The Phils enter today's matchup with an 11-game winning streak on the line. They'll try to notch their 12th straight. Next, Pablo Lopez will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First of 3 is underway on this Tuesday night as the opening pitch is taken for ball 1. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, D-Roll, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys. Definitely. The two teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
And that misses. 2-1. Temperature reading an even 80 degrees at first pitch tonight. Now the 2-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Now at the plate, Gene Segura, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Here comes the first pitch. Looked like he was swinging no matter what that time as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
And that's into center field for another base hit, and trouble's brewing here to start the ball game.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
The first baseman, number 17, Reese Hoskins.
Next to bat will be Reese Hoskins. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On the ground is short. This could be two. The second for one. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
That is good.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. One run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Now at the plate, JT Realmuto having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
First pitch of the at-bat. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Segura at third with 2 away. A ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Here comes the 1-2. Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League.
Guy continues to swing a hot bat. Hit over 300 last month. We'll see if he can keep scorching here in this one.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
A runner on first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in. Shot toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's gone a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
From the belt, kicks and deals. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field, base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
You don't think being a starting pitcher in this league will test your resolve? He's already given up more runs in the first inning in this one than he did his entire last start. That's the kind of roller coaster ride that will make you a little crazy. But that's kind of how baseball works sometimes.
Josh Harrison stands in. 3 across so far in the inning and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First pitch of the at-bat. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
3 runs already home here. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Takes this the other way to right. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. And he certainly has been no mystery to solve thus far. And sooner or later, they might need to get someone else in there just to get out of the first. To the plate now, Zach Eflin. Line drive snagged on a short hop on to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Phillies lead it 4-0. Zach Eflin gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
Stepping in, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here it comes. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Catch is made out there by McCutchen, and that's the first out. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, definitely watch out for Corey Dickerson. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. We all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
Comes into play here at 273. 2 home runs and 22 RBIs. Behind 0-2 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And that's in there. Base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner.
Batting third, the left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Hit down the line at first, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit out towards second. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Well hit to right, but foul. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Marlins leave 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. So next to the plate for the Phils, Andrew McCutchen. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Pitch on the way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The third baseman.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is popped foul, but perhaps playable behind first. But this will land untouched. The 0-1 pitch. This is line to left. And that's off the left field wall. Throw into second.
And with that double, he's 2 for 2 and halfway to the cycle. Gave it a good ride, and that's the second time he's barreled up the ball. So he's seeing the ball really well. See if his teammates can pick him up and bring him home now.
Stepping into the box, Bryce Harper. From the stretch. Fouled off. And it's 1-1. 1 out and a runner on second base. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
And he fouls this one off. Again, a 1-2. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
And a ball, 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. One left for Philadelphia, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Digging in, Brian Anderson. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
On the outside, Black. Good pitch called for a strike. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. One away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Standing in now, Harold Ramirez. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first, and no one will track it down. One out, nobody on. The bouncer to the left side. Gregorius has it, and there are 2 away now.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Into the box, Jorge Alfaro will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 1-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
So now to the plate, Isan Diaz. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Base hit, line drive into the corner. And this will get all the way to the wall now. Alfaro rounds third and is digging for the plate. He will score as they get on the board. It's 4-1 now.
Definitely aggressive approach here, down 0-2 in the count. Instead of shortening his swing and protecting the plate, he takes a big rip and is able to drive it deep for a couple of bases and an RBI.
Into the box now, Pablo Lopez.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
The 0-1 on its way. Now another 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. We've played 2. It's the Phillies 4 and the Marlins 1. Top of the third set to get underway, and that brings up JT Realmuto.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now that shortstop.
So one gone here in the Philadelphia third. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop Didi Gregorius now. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Gregorius, also known as Sir Didi around the game and in the Netherlands. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
24, Roman Quinn.
At the plate, Roman Quinn, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Really doesn't matter what side the plate of this guy bats from. He hits very well. He hits right-handed pitching very well, swinging left-handed, and swinging from the right side against lefties. The numbers are quite the same. This guy flat out can hit from either side.
You could tell he had made up his mind in the batter's box that he was taking that one with him. Great execution of a changeup. Kind of spoiled his plan right there.
And this is fouled at the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Phillies down in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
The windup and the 0-1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Harrison. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Ready for another chance, Miguel Rojas. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Sent on the ground out to second. Harrison has it, and that's the second out.
The left fielder, number 23, Corey Dickerson.
At the plate, Corey Dickerson. First pitch of the at-bat. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Into the box now, Josh Harrison. He reached on a single in his first try.
The second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Here's the pitch. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
Into the box, Zach Eflin. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase, but this will land untouched.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
Runner back safely. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Fouled away. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Comes set with the 0-1. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. A tag for 1. A tag, and he is out at second base. And a costly decision there, as it's a double play turn to retire the side. So here's the cleanup hitter, Garrett Cooper. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Garrett Cooper.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get foul. Line shot to first, and there's 1 away.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Coming to the plate now, Brian Anderson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
1-1 to count. 4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
At the plate, Harold Ramirez. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A ball and a strike. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays right there, this lineup's going to continue to have a tough time.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball, but this will land out there just foul.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Again, another foul ball. He'll try again. 1-2. Hard on the ground towards short. Gregorius is there. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Miami down in order. They trail it 4-1. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. Here comes the first pitch.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
Segura behind on a 1-2 count.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first two.
2-2. Full count now. 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
Stepping up now, Bryce Harper. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
And this one's in the dirt. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Oh, and 1 the count to Bryce Harper. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. And it's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
And this one gets away. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And I think that's the case of the pitcher being a little too preoccupied with the speed at first. He lost focus on making the pitch and throws an absolute scud. The irony, of course, is the runner's now on second, and he didn't even have to steal.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
And now he has some trouble with it in left. And the run is in to score from second, make it 5-1.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Now the Marlins skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Jose Arena enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. In now, JT Realmuto.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
Ramirez is there, 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Here's Didi Gregorius. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
No balls and a strike to count. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Five runs, 10 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. High fly ball out to straightaway center. VR is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Philadelphia is on top, 5-1. Welcome back to Miami as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready now for the Marlins, Jorge Alfaro. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we...
High in the air and deep to left center field. Going back is the center fielder, and that one is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 9 on the year, and it's now a 5-2 game.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Stepping in now, Isan Diaz. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first two pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
No outs, nobody on. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. High and deep to right center. Back goes Harper at the track. Gone all the way into the upper deck. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 5 on the year, and it's a 5-3 game now.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
John Birdie will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 5, John Birdie.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Comes into play here at 273. 1 home run, and he's driven in 24. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A ball and a strike. A 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
So now to the plate, Jonathan Villar. Ball 1. No hits to this point. One and one to the Marlins leadoff hitter. On a line, that's a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
At the plate now, Miguel Rojas, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. In there, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Garrett Cooper. He has flied and lined out in 2 trips in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a drive out to the gap in right center. Rojas rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate. It's now 5-5. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Into the box, Brian Anderson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
It might be time for this guy to start mixing his pitches up a little bit better. He's pitching poorly, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage at over 70%. This team batting has a pretty good idea what his game plan is.
4 runs here in this half inning. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We're through 5 here at the ballpark, and we are all tied 5-5. Sixto Sanchez takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 73, Victor Sanchez.
Ready for another shot now, Roman Quinn. He leads things off here in what's now a very close ball game. First pitch on its way. Runs up and gets this one down. And they're not going to have a play on him as the catcher just eats it.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, John Harrison.
And that'll bring up Josh Harrison. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And he'll dive back in. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here's a look over to first. A runner at first with no outs here. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
Nobody out, runner on first. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 3-2 pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The pitcher, number 56, Zach Eflin.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Zach Eflin. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Neil Walker will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
He's hitting for the Phillies. Number 12, Gil Walker.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Runner at first here, one man out. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in safely. And again a throw, and the runner back. The 1-0. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Speared on the dive. What a play.
A really nice play by the first baseman right there. Two parts of this play. Does a great job of knocking it down with a dive, and then a good feed and a flip to the pitcher, just like you work on it in spring training, PFP, pitcher's fielding practice.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Two out here and a runner at second. High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand one. Our score holds at 5 apiece. Victor Arano enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 64, Victor Arano.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and next to bat will be the outfielder Harold Ramirez.
Harold.
Here's the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. Here's another 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
In now, Isan Diaz, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. He went deep back in the 5th. The 1-0 home. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. This remains a 5-all ball game. Seventh inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Gene Segura. Here's the first pitch to him. And that swung on and missed for strike one. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Two mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to. I wouldn't be shocked if he came right at him again with another good one.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. There to take it is VR, and that's the first out.
The right fielder, number 3.
Ready once again, Bryce Harper. He went down on strikes last time up. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. Yanked on the ground down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. So stepping in, Rhys Hoskins. He singled his last time up. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. One ball and 1 strike to the Phillies first baseman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. This ball game still tied 5-all. Francisco Cervelli is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. A ball and no strikes. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's got 2 hits in 19 tries. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Popped him up. Real Muto over to his right, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Jonathan VR.
Digging in, Jonathan VR. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
Quinn is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The batter, the shortstop.
Digging in and looking for more, Miguel Rojas. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low. Grounded softly to the right. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Miami down in order. Our score holds at 5 apiece. Ryan Stanek has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 55.
Ready to begin the 8th, and next will be the power hitting catcher, JT Realmuto. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery. And he misses with it. 1-1. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. To third. Reined in. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Settling in now, Didi Gregorius. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. And oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is taken. That's ball 1.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone cold take.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Popped him up. Anderson has a play. 2 gone.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder.
Coming to the plate now, Roman Quinn. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
And that's high and off the plate. 2-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
The set and the 2-1. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And a wise decision there to make sure this ball stays foul, and that's the 2nd strike. 2-2. Here it is. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Phillies down in order. This remains a 5-all ball game. At the plate, Corey Dickerson. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Sir Anthony Dominguez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Now here's the pitch. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. And, oh, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
Count still at 1-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
Fouled off. Now another 1-2. Ripped down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Grounded down the third baseline. On to first, and a sigh of relief in that visitor's dugout as that's a big man to retire to start out the home eighth.
Garrett Cooper.
Up next from Miami, Garrett Cooper. Here's the first pitch to him. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. One out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're two down.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
To the plate now, Brian Anderson, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. 2 out, nobody on. Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
From the windup, the 2-1 pitch. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
To first, Hoskins has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 9th inning coming up, and we are all tied 5-5. New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Josh Harrison. First offering on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
This is skied out toward right. Ramirez is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Jay Bruce will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And this ball is lined into center field, and right off the bench he comes through. It's a base hit.
The left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutcheon.
Scott Kingery will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Pinch running is first for the Phillies. Number 4, Scott Kingery.
Stepping in now, Andrew McCutcheon, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. 1-0 pitch is right there, but ruled a ball. 2-0.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
And that gets through for a one-out base hit.
This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts, and then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it.
Gene Segura standing in as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Ramirez is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now back, right fielder, Bryce Harper.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. So it's no run. Blake Parker enters to do the pitching, and best case scenario for him is to push this one into extra innings. All set for the bottom of the 9th, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Harold Ramirez.
For the Marlins, the right fielder.
First pitch on its way, and he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Now a breaking ball, but it's low.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
The batter, the catcher.
Striding in once again, Jorge Alfaro. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. The 1-0 home. High and deep down the left field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 1-1 home. Grounded up the... And that is off the first base bag. And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's one out in the inning. They got one more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
Isan Diaz comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. The 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Hey, 2 pitches at the knees right now, and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to fight. I want to see a 2-strike approach. Maybe a little choke up, maybe a little fight up the middle the other way. Grind back into this count.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Jesus Aguilar will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 24, Jesus Aguilar.
Split-fingered pitch is in there for strike one. The 0-1. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's through into left field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And they're going to walk off here with a 6-5 victory.
Well, that at bat shows clearer than anything that some guys they have that clutch gene and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish.
Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Fish came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Ryan Stanek earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
All right, well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. The Phils run into a loss. Hasn't happened very often this season, but the Fightin' Phils jumped out to an early lead, but the Fish came back in the 5th, and then the walk-off in the 9th to break the tie, 6-5 the final. A lot of hits in the game on both sides. 10 for the Fish on 6 runs. Phils with 5 runs on 13 hits. A close game throughout. But unlike the other games that were played earlier in the season, even at Citizens Bank Park, this game was a lot closer and a lot more competitive than the last series that they had at Citizens Bank Park. But you see some of the notables. Again, we brought Josh Harrison up. He was in there. He got 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Mean Gene also with a double with 2 runs scored. Didi 1 for 4 with a double, and JT 1 for 4 with an RBI. But it was former Phillies catcher Jorge Alfaro who crossed the plate in the 9th. He got on with that hit that literally got right out of the reach of Rhys Hoskins. As we take you to some of the highlights in this one that went down earlier on. It was early in the game. This time it was a double play, but at that point the Phils went up 1-0 on the, I guess you could call that a sacrifice double play on the 6-4-3. Phils took the lead early in the top of the 1st off Pablo Lopez, and then here Harrison lined out. I don't know why it says lined right. It says lined right to single. It usually says lined out, but he gets the RBI there, 4-0 at that point. And here's where the Fish start coming back, and they were putting it where they ain't, so to speak, as Miami gets on the board there in the bottom of the 2nd with a run as Diaz doubled to left, scoring the run. The run batted in. And there you see Rhys Hoskins adding to the scoring as he grounded. And actually, that was a botched play out there in left by Chris Dickerson. But it scored the run nonetheless, making it 5-1. And here's where Jorge Alfaro first struck as he goes yard here, making it 5-2. That in the bottom of the fifth, and yeah, he put that into the upper deck. Of course, that camera view that I had, it certainly didn't look that high, but here's where Diaz homered. It was a back-to-back jack as he goes yard out to right field. It was not a good night for Zach Eflin at all. He was, I guess he was a little bit too predictable. I guess I was a little bit too predictable. And here's where they tied it in the fifth, and it would remain that way. And there you see they put it out there again, putting it where they weren't. And Bryce had to get it in. At that point, the game was tied. This was a killer right here. What a play by the first baseman. Flips it over to the pitcher. PFP in there, pitcher's fielding practice, played a big hand in that. This was another killer here. Again with the glove at first base. That would have definitely scored a run or two. Who knows? Aguilar puts it right in between Didi and Mean Gene. That would score Alfaro. And, my friends, that's all it took as the Phils go down in defeat here in Game 1 of this series in Miami by a final score of 6-5. And, yes, Jorge Alfaro is your player of the game in this one, 3 for 4 with a home run and a double. So, he was definitely well-earned player of the game. Blake Parker suffers his first loss, believe it or not, letting up one earned run in this game, and that was the run where Alfaro crossed home plate to win the game. So that's it. We'll get out of this, and here you see the final line score as Ryan Stanek, the big right-hander out of the bullpen, gets the win. He is now 3-3. As we said, Blake Parker with the loss, he is now 2-1. As yep. And oh look, I unlocked a Jorge Alfaro card. Yay, lucky me. Anywho, so there we go. So it's the first official game of June, and it starts off with an L, as now the Phils fall to 50-9. So, again, with this season as it goes on, as I mentioned earlier in the season, it's going to get harder and harder, and the runs are going to come when they come, and it's just going to be a lot more challenging. Obviously, the computer will pick up on how I play and obviously adjust accordingly, but I can't fault Blake. He came in, the fish were biting, so to speak. In this case, they were hitting. So there you go. I got to give props to Victor Arano. We brought him up from AAA Lehigh Valley. He was on a rehab stint. He was on the injured list for quite some time, and he went down and really started tearing it up, really keeping that ERA down. So we decided to bring him back up along with some bench players. Obviously, as I mentioned before the game, Josh Harrison was one of them. He got to start at second base tonight and did a great job. I got to give him credit where it's due. 2 hits, a double, knocked in a run, I think. I'll have to go back and check that again. But he did a very admirable job. I got to give it to him, filling in for the usual starter, Scott Kingery. And then, of course, we brought Phil Gosselin up. He was on the bench if need be. But just wanted to sort of get some players on the bench, get them some playing time when the time permitted. But as you see, the month of June starts on a loss as the Phils go down in defeat with this one by a final score of 6-5. Tomorrow, though, there is a second game to this series as Vince Velasquez, Double V, goes to the Hill tomorrow there in Miami, looking for win number 8 as well. As I said earlier, Zach Eflin was not involved in the decision because I actually pulled him out, hoping to get some runs with the pinch hitter, and Neil grounded out. Actually, that was that snag at first base that got him. But but unfortunately we were not able to get Zach Eflin to win. But Vince Velasquez will be looking for his 8th win tomorrow, and he will be opposed by Jordan Yamamoto, who the Phillies did face at Citizens Bank Park last month, and they will be facing him again. That will be tomorrow, Hump Day, and of course Thursday, the third and final game of this series, it will be Aaron Nola going to the hill looking for win number 12. And speaking of 12, the win streak for the Phils ended with 11. So a 12th win in a row was not to be. Yes, the winning streak was in fact snapped. But they will get a chance to start maybe another winning streak tomorrow with Vince Velasquez going against Jordan Yamamoto. And then, of course, Aaron Nola and Sandy Alcantara on Thursday before heading down to Atlanta to the ATL for a weekend set with those Atlanta Braves. So that's it for now. Once again, the Phils take the loss in Game 1 by a final score of 6-5. I want to thank everybody for watching as you usually do. And tune in tomorrow for more of Phillies baseball for Game 2. And that would be Vince Velasquez, Double V, looking for win number 8 against Jordan Yamamoto. Should be a good one, guys. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a good night, everybody.